Hey everyone, I am back again, and this time I'm chronicling all my 1968 PSA graded items. And I want to I've got quite a few. I think I've got about 90 here, so I don't want to talk too much, but I want to just go ahead and start showing them. Here are these Atlantic oil play balls, part of a game piece that Atlantic Oil did back in '68. There's play numbers associated with prizes that you can win. So there's some commons that were prize winners that are very hard to get. These are all Hall of Famers that are not hard to get, although the grading on these is very difficult, just because of the nature of the little packet. When you tore it open, you'd oftentimes see how that's white. You would rip it up there, so it's really rare to get a clean copy like this Frank Robinson. These two, McCovey and Gibson, are just autograph graded. And then on to a really nice '68 Bazooka. Bob Gibson and a Mint 9. That's I think as high grade as they're out there. I don't think there's any 10s unless some have popped up recently, but I was really glad to get that a couple years ago. And then I've got these flipped over. I'll flip them back, but this is to highlight the differences between some of the products that were produced in '68. You see that there's an O-Pee-Chee, and this right here, the shading. This is the O-Pee-Chee, the Milton Bradley made for tops, and then the regular standard tops. You can see how the different variations on the color on the backing, and then the fronts as well. The thing I like about the '68 is that even looking at that Milton Bradley as a 3.5, they hold up very well. Kind of call them like a burlap beauty in a sense that they can hold wear and still have really good eye appeal. But I think as a general, these cards grade a little bit higher than some other years. There's a nice leader set filled with Hall of Famers like that, batting leaders, um, RBI leaders for the American League, home run leaders for the National League, just chock full of Hall of Famers. You know, Yastrzemski, Frank Robinson, Alcali, Clemente, Aaron, Cepeda, Killebrew. This one's got three Hall of Famers with McCovey, Santo, and Hank Aaron. And two Hall of Fame pitchers there with Bunning and Necro. This one's got three Hall of Famers with Bunning, Gaylord Perry, Ferguson Jenkins, and that's a Ferguson Jenkins autograph. And this one as well, three Hall of Famers as well, already mentioned. And then once again, loaded with Hall of Famers in here. And like I said, near mint 8s are not uncommon on this. I got a lot of nice commons in that near mint 8 grade. And then some 7s as well. Here's a good illustration of the checklist series. You see how the grade on that is a little different. It says the tan wide mesh. That was for Series 1. So they put out the Series 2 checklist as a preview for what was coming. And when Series 2 came out, it's got the fine mesh just like the rest of Series 2. So same card, different styles of mesh in the background. You can see the difference. And once again, loaded with Hall of Famers, Hank Aaron, some nice commons, nice Joe Morgan, Don Drysdale. Then in that series, they did the World Series cards commemorating the different games. So I got the game 1 for Lou Brock, and I love that '68 game 4. Gibson hurls a shutout there. Really cool card. Him in action. Some more commons, checklist card. Cepeda coming off that MVP year he had in '67. It's got a couple cards in here. Marichal. Love those rookie cup cards, and I'll show you a couple more key rookie cups from that year of second-year players who are commemorating their first individual cards for tops. Some key rookies there that we'll get to at the end. Got that Pete Rose in a 6. It's probably one of my lower grades out here, but there's a couple 6s. That Alcali has got much better eye appeal than the Rose, but still just a 6. There's the Jim Wynn card. He was one of the home run leaders in '67. Cool Cepeda checklist. Nice McCovey in an 8. One of my nicer commons here. That's Mike Ryan in a mint 9. Hall of Famer Hoyt Wilhelm. Nice Ernie Banks in a 7. And then we're on to the actual All-Star cards. Have the entire All-Star set here in a near mint 8 or higher. Loaded with Hall of Famers. Carew, Morgan, Brooks Robinson, Ron Santo. Jim Ferguson is not a Hall of Famer, needs Jen Alley. Now you're on to Yastrzemski and Hank Aaron. Tony Oliva, who maybe one day will be a Hall of Famer. That's debatable. Lou Brock, Frank Robinson, a nice Clemente, Bill Freehan, Tim McCarver. Here's my other mint 9, that Joe Horland, a 9. Then the Bob Gibson, Gary Peters, and the last one in that set, that Ken Holtzman. But it took me a while to get all those Sporting News All-Stars. They form puzzle pieces on the back to show the MVP from the year before. So you got like Orlando Cepeda puzzle on the back of those. Carl Yastrzemski as well for the American League. Some more high quality near minted in 8s. Then another Hall of Famer in a 7. Rocco Calavito, Jim Hunter, Steve Carlton, a young Carlton, young Ferguson Jenkins. Now I'm going to take you to a little bit of overflow. There's like 72 cards here, so on to the last bit here. I'll get a little table set up. Once again, the difference between the checklists, they're a little different. You can see that one previews the 6 series, and then one comes out with the 6 series. And this Manager's Dream with Clemente. Nice Frank Robinson, the high number series. Lou Brock, and then a Frank Robinson, Brooks Robinson card. Second year in a row they have like a multiplayer card. Then a nice Jim Palmer. When I come down here to, I talked about some of the key players, key rookies. These aren't necessarily rookies, but this is their rookie cup card. So their first individual players card for both Tom Seaver and Rod Carew, and just gorgeous looking cards. Love those rookie cups. And then, of course, the most famous cards from that 68 set, these 2 key rookies, the Nolan Ryan and Jerry Koosman, who was a fantastic pitcher in his own right, rookies. And then this Johnny Bench rookie, which I think is way undervalued. I still don't know why that card is not more important. Johnny Bench is only probably one of the best catchers to ever play the game. And then they also put out as an insert, starting in the 2nd series, these Topps game pieces. Have some difficult centering issues, but a cool little game that they have, loaded with Hall of Famers as well, as you can see with those first 3. Coming down here, 3 more Hall of Famers, Clemente and both Frank and Brooks Robinson. And then just wrapping it up with a guy who's not in the Hall of Fame but had a Hall of Fame career, Pete Rose. Wow, and I was able to do it in under 8 minutes. Once again, everybody, appreciate your posts and comments. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you again soon.